what does it mean to grow up in a technocratic society? What is the impact of technocracy on children? Here is an example of what schools have become today in a technocratic society. I'm showing you a picture of a set of pamphlets that are prominently exposed at the entrance of a middle school where my daughter is supposed to be studying. And the first thing you see when you enter the school is this sign that reads Mental Health Awareness. Now, this might seem normal today. Normal, of course, does not mean good, unless you're in a technocratic society in which the norm, the rule, is necessarily good. In other societies, we distinguish between the normal and what is good in itself. What is good is not good just because it conforms to a norm, to a ruler. Who gives the ruler? Who dictates the rule? Is it the king? The will of the king that is necessarily good? Or is it the machine that replaces all of the other kings, the kings of the past, trying to make up for their inadequacies? And this is what we have in the society, the technocratic society, the society of the Deus ex machina, of the solutions that are imposed from the top. That society presupposes that people are utterly incompetent, incapable of communicating with each other, of dealing with their everyday life problems without the need of a machine coming in from the top and resolving all issues, all controversies, all disagreements. So, what do we have here? Mental health awareness. We have understanding mental health, social media mental health, improving your self-esteem, feeling lonely, depression. Another one, we don't see the title of the card, it's something else. Social anxiety. Another one, again, we don't see. Dealing with stress, there's another one that's covered up. Calming techniques, ways to improve mental health, self-harm, coping with substance abuse at home, coping with grief, eating disorders, anger management, suicide prevention. These pamphlets are for children. Children are expected to deal with mental health. Mental health, of course, is a euphemism for mental disease, which in turn is a clinical term for dysfunctionality, shall we say? The condition of a misfit, somebody who doesn't fit, who is not integrated where? In a system. Fitting in the system, however, is not life. No matter what the technocrats tell the children, they're not born insane. They're born in an insane system that seeks to integrate human beings within itself. And of course, we know that the price for that is the reduction of the human being to a little pawn, what is clinically called today the individual. The individual, who is the social atom, is to be integrated in a society, is to function in a society. If you function into this technocratic society, you don't need to live. You don't need to ask further questions. You just need to smile and be kind in the culture of kindness. Kind is a term that has been appropriated by the system, by the regime. Kind means smiling in a functional way. You're integrated. You're not dysfunctional. You don't disturb. You're not an other with respect to the system. You're not dangerous. Danger is bad. Danger is violence. So these pamphlets, of course, tend, as the whole system does, to demonize danger, everything that doesn't fit, the misfit, the dysfunctional. How does it demonize it? By treating it as insane, as violent, as horrible, as something that is unsustainable for human beings. Human beings can only live in the system, in the technocratic system. So if there's a problem within the family, that is to be addressed ex machina. It is completely normal. The question of the good is out of the window, unless it's recycled as a function of normality. It is normal for the system to intervene, social services, technocratic institutions of all sorts, to resolve the problem, to silence the problem, to smother it, to integrate the people involved in the problem within the system. This is Brave New World. Today, integration in a system replaces life itself. What about children? Well, children are treated as elements that are in need of being integrated. If their families are still dysfunctional, if they're not integrated in the system, then they need to be extracted out of that family, or we need to cure the family through the institutions to integrate them, if not the families, at least break up the family and then integrate the children, because the children, of course, are the future people, the people who will be integrated, who have to be integrated in the regime, into the system of the days to come. So the children who go to school are going to institutions that are, if not guaranteeing, at any rate, doing everything that is possible to fit the children in the system. The children who don't fit well, they're not good. Those who fit well are good. That is why children are prepared to go to school. How are they prepared? They're giving them tablets, they're giving them computers, internet, phones, and all kinds of other nonsense on TV. Computer-generated animations of all sorts. Music that is dystopic. This is technocratic music. Rage music that at the same time incites children to seek freedom in violence, and so to begin considering that the school is right in considering danger and freedom, therefore, because freedom is dangerous, as violence. That's unsustainable. So freedom is bad because it entails violence. And what tells us this? Well, the music we listen to, the so-called music, the entertainment, the video games, the films, all of this is violent. So, the entertainment business corroborates the lesson that we learn in schools, namely, that danger is bad and that life is fitting in a box.